This walk starts at Teralba railway station and takes us through to the Pacific Highway at Charlestown. It goes across the 5-balance bridge down into Spears Point Park and then walking along the Esplanade until it gets to Warner's Bay. Then we'll head up King Street and cross over into Queen Street, up into Miles, and then we'll cut across through some bushland, around the golf course, eventually underneath the bypass, then down through a little valley before coming back up onto the streets to the end of the walk. As we leave Teralba station, we go past the Great North Walk sign, and then we head down Anzac Parade past the Great Northern Hotel down towards the lake. Just before we get to the main road, we'll turn left into Lake Crescent and follow this for a few hundred meters till it ends, and then join the cycle path. As the path will be on the other side of the bridge, we need to do a full 360 underneath the bridge and head back up on the eastern side. There are two major bridges in this crossing. And at the far end of Watkins Bridge, we'll do a 180 and head down into Spears Point Park. We'll go past Macquarie Field, and we're going to follow this bike path for about the next 3 kilometres. The park's very nice. There's picnic areas, there's a stage there, there's a pool across the left, but there's also a jetty which is very popular with the local kids. You go past another Great North Walk sign just before the local war memorial. From here we're going to follow the Esplanade round the edge of the lake for the next 2 kilometres or so. There we'll arrive at the bridge over the North Creek, and a few hundred metres on we'll arrive at Warner's Bay Shopping Centre, which also happens to be the trackhead. Here we'll cross at the pedestrian crossing and turn right, going past the shops. About 150 metres on we'll turn to the left up into King Street. And further up we'll cross King Street and go into Queen Street, which runs parallel to it, and at the end of Queen Street again we'll go along the bike path. I might bring my bike up here for a ride. We'll turn right into Miles and head along here for about 3/4 of a kilometre. Until we arrive at Vermont Place. Here we'll turn right, head up the hill to the end of the road. We'll enter this little park through a gate, past another Great North Walk sign, and exit the park and get on to the first track we've had in this walk. There are a lot of tracks going off, so be careful. I got lost here a couple of times. We eventually cross over the power line maintenance track. This track will now go along the south side of the golf course, and it is quite easy to get lost here. There are a lot of tracks going off. It eventually heads up north between the golf course and the bypass. After about a kilometre we arrive at some steps, and here we'll head down to go under the bypass. About half a kilometre along the track, we arrive at EK Avenue. We'll head down here for just 100 metres or so, and we'll turn right following the track. This is quite a nice, pleasant part of the walk. This track eventually leads us out at the end of Park Street, and if we got 3 houses or so, we can turn right, going down a few wooden steps onto the wooden bridge. The track then crosses a couple of small concrete bridges before climbing, and at the top of the climb we come to another wooden bridge. This brings us out into the streets. So from here we have a half a kilometre walk to the end.